Hello everybody, how's it going? Jason here. It's day like 6 maybe, from Japan trip 2, video blog 2, and I'm here at school. Pardon the wind, I'm outside. This is the view from the school, from like my office area. It's where I come to sneak out to have smokes. So I've been in school for 3 days now, so I have pretty much an accurate estimate of what it's going to be like. So I'm going to tell you about it. I wake up 7 in the morning and I get picked up 7:40. I get to school at 8. I got an hour to prepare before we start school. The kids show up at 9, and then the day begins. And it's pretty much, for most of the day, it's pretty much like I'm in preschool. Which is a little odd, I will admit, because to be honest, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't been in preschool for about 25 years or so, but I'm getting the hang of it, getting back in the swing of things. I'm much better at it this time around, I got to admit, than I was the first time around. All the things that I used to be, terrible at, the worst really in my class, I'm now the best. I'm the smartest, I'm the tallest. I'm basically the coolest kid in kindergarten. And so the day begins, we get to play. We have outside time or inside time. Today we played soccer. And anyone who knows me well knows that I've never really been good at soccer, and I really don't care for it much. It's pretty much my least favorite sport. But I think that's just because my whole life I've been playing with the wrong age group. That's the problem. I'm amazing at it now. We went out and played today. I scored like 6 goals. I was like Beckham. I was like a ballerina on the soccer field, dancing. I was juking kids out of their shoes. Literally, I juked this kid so hard that his shoe came off. So, yeah, I'm pretty good. Other stuff, we've been drawing, a lot. I've never been a very good artist, but I gotta say, I'm top of my class. I'll give you a little demo here of what I got. Yeah, I drew this picture. That's a tree. I got some flowers, the sun, the birds. The kids were very impressed. They were like, wow, this guy can draw. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. The kids, there's about, there's 40 kids in the class, and it's basically a 39-way tie for cutest kid on the planet, with one exception. This one little boy looks like, he looks exactly like a little old man. Little old, kind of surly Japanese man. I think he suffers from some sort of a Benjamin Button disorder kind of a thing, which is fine. He's my favorite. He's the cutest kid in the world. I'm not allowed to speak Japanese to the kids, which is kind of funny because they don't think that I really understand Japanese at all, or can speak it, so they talk about me a lot behind my back, like right in front of my face, which is pretty funny. They make fun of my feet and the way I look and my eyes and my hair and pretty much everything about me they find to be hilarious. Today, this one kid let it slip that I was sitting right in between these two kids, and he tells the kid across from him that his parents think that foreigners smell bad. And they started laughing about it, and I kind of started laughing too, because I thought it was funny. And they looked at me like to see if I understood, and I had to I was laughing at something else. They're kids; they don't know anything. So I played it cool, super smooth. We have lunch every day at these little tiny tables. They're about that high off the ground, and I sit in a chair that's about this high off the ground. So I look ridiculous. I look like a giant in the class in pretty much every aspect of what we do, which is fun. We're practicing for a recital, so we spend about 3 hours after the first playtime before lunch singing songs, and they're all Christmas songs, which is fine and well. And I had my first English lesson yesterday. I first chance I got to actually do anything, like lead something. I taught the kids the song "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and I totally bombed it because I don't know the song. It's been years since I sang it, and again, if you know me well, you know that I'm a total Scrooge, and I pretty much despise Christmas, and Christmas songs especially. Ugh, gross. So I did terrible at it, and the other teachers were kind of looking at me like, does this guy know what he's doing at all? Like, has he ever sung a song before? So it's good, start with the bar set real low, so I got nowhere to go but up with my my ability to show them that I actually know English and how to, teach people how to speak and sing it. So that was fine and well. I got in trouble today for going against the grain in music class. We were practicing the instruments. This little kid was playing the xylophone, boom, 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 and he was having trouble reaching with his left hand the high notes. So I just told him, I was like, just use your right hand and hit it with that. And the teacher came over and yelled at him for doing it wrong, using the wrong hand, and then pulled me aside and yelled at me for showing him that he could do it that way. You guys might not know this about me, but a bit of a risk taker, a bit of a renegade, if you will, which in Japan is frowned upon, I guess would be a light way of putting it. So that was funny. Other funny things that have happened. On the first day, I couldn't figure out how to leave the building for basically the whole day. The door has some sort of a magnetic force field type device that keeps it locked. I'm assuming it's for the kids. It might be for me because, they think maybe I'll get out and escape and run away and never come back. But I really wanted to have a smoke. After lunch, I have this huge long break before I do anything else. So I just kind of sit around. So I couldn't figure out how to leave, and I didn't want to ask. So like an idiot, I thought it would be a good idea to sneak out the window in the office, which was fine on the way out. Just slid it open and hopped out, went and had my smoke. But then when I was sneaking back in, a few of the kids saw me climbing through the window from the other room. So I don't know what they think, but it can't be good, whatever it is. And I'm sure the word has gotten around the preschool. These little kids, they gossip. They just blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like a little miniature society, like a Lord of the Flies type of thing that I've gotten myself involved in here. So that was pretty ridiculous. I figured it out at the end of the day. It's a little card by the door that you pull down and swipe it, and it unlocks the magnetics, and you can escape. So now I've been, sneaking out at my leisure to do whatever I want, to kind of come out and check out the scenery out here. It's freaking beautiful. There's supposed to be some little white deers that run around here. I haven't seen them. I guess they're really rare, but if you see one, it's supposed to be really good luck. So that's something I'm looking forward to seeing. So the whole thing it's pretty weird. It's a very rigorous schedule that they keep these kids on, and they don't take failure very well, even at the small age. Some of these kids are like 3 years old, and I've seen these teachers just tear them a new one over the most random stuff. Like yesterday, we were practicing music for hours. We practiced music and singing, and there's like 5 3-year-olds up there with these little wood slappers, and they're slapping it, and they're singing some English song that they've translated into Japanese, some English Christmas song. And I don't know exactly why it happened, because I stopped paying attention for just 40 minutes. I tuned out. But in that time, I guess these kids weren't singing the song loud enough or good enough. I don't know. It's cold as hell out here. I don't know what happened, but so they're singing and they're blah blah blah. It just goes on and on and on, and all of a sudden the whole thing just stops, and these kids are up there, and I looked up, and you could tell, I could see the fear in their eyes. It was about to go down, and all the teachers started just berating them, just blah 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 blah. They were talking so fast, I couldn't really understand what they were saying, and I kind of came in about halfway through it, but whatever it was not good. And the kids started, welling up, and they're basically crying. There's like 5 kids up there crying. And so they start the song over again, and these kids, the piano is really loud, the lady's just wailing on it, and these kids are screaming this song at the top of their lungs, crying, just tears just coming down. And it was awful. I felt so bad for them. I was so perplexed and confused by the whole thing. But at the end of it, apparently they did much better, because the teachers gave them the big thumbs up, sukoku jozu, that was very, very good, much better. So it's weird. The whole thing is strange. Most of the day is just, it's just odd, that's all I really can say about it. It's odd. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm here and I'm going to do it for the next 6 months. So going to have to just dig in and get used to it. But yeah, odd is the consensus that I've come to. Other things, I scored the most awesome part-time job while I'm here. It's really more of an event gig than anything, but I get hired to be check this out. I'm going to be Santa Claus for Kamagori Town Festival. That's right, the whole town. There's like 15,000 people. It's a small town, but still, it's a lot of people. And they throw this big festival at Christmas, and I'm literally the only white person in Kamagori. I mean, there might be another white person out there somewhere. I don't know. It's like the Dark Crystal. Like, if I see him, I'm going to run up to him and be like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one. And they'll say, I thought I was the only one. So it's weird. But I get to be Santa, and they're going to pay me to dress up in a Santa suit because I'm the only person that can portray an accurate, pasty, white Santa Claus, as racist as that kind of sounds. But that's what's going to happen. I'm going to get a big old beard, and I'm assuming like a sack of presents or something, and run around and give, the ho, 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 and hand out gifts. I don't know. I'm excited about it. Normally, I'm a huge Scrooge for Christmas, but I'm also kind of a prima donna. So the fact that I get to be Santa Claus, I can deal with it. I can do that. I can get down with that kind of a Christmas. As long as this is involved directly in the celebration of Christmas, then, turns out I'm actually quite into it. So that's that. Let's see, anything else right now? Not a whole lot going on. There's nothing going on in my town. It looks like this. Yeah, with like a little village in it. If anyone saw my first video, you saw like from my window, that's all that's going on. The most exciting part of my day is when I go grocery shopping and pick out which booze I'm going to be drinking that night. And yeah, I take my little bicycle ride. The work day is very Japanese. I get here at 8 o'clock, and it's like an 8-hour work day. A lot of it for me is downtime, but I still have to be here. I'm here all day, and then I have a huge break at the end of the day while I wait for the other teachers to finish teaching. So one of them can take me on this road for like 30 minutes to get back to town. Oh, the other thing. So the ride, the to and from, it's a half an hour here and it's a half an hour back. And I have 2 teachers that pick me up, and they rotate. And so far, I've had like 2 days with each one, which is fine because, the first day it was kind of, we're driving there. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Name, what did you study in school? Where are you from? Blah, 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 which is fine. In my Japanese, I can do that conversation very easily. I've done it 1,000 times. So I did that, and then on the way back, kind of the same thing for the first 2 days. But now I'm getting kind of nervous because I'm running out of things to talk about, things that I know how to talk about. Today we talked about Disneyland on the way here. I saw a little like Pooh Bear thing, and I was like, oh, you like Pooh Bear? I have nothing to talk about. She was like, oh yeah, I went to Disneyland. So we talked about Disneyland for a half hour. Like, I give a shit about Disneyland at all, but pretended to. And I don't know, they're probably doing the same thing. They're like, God, I have to give this gaijin foreigner a ride, and we're going to figure out something to talk about, and they don't speak any English. Nobody speaks any English. Like, zip, none. It's all Japanese. My schedule is in Japanese. It took me like 2.5 days to... She gave it to me. She's like, here's your schedule for the week. I was like, oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah. I went home and I started translating it all day, all night, to translate my schedule for the week. And I got it now down, but the week's over. So I'm gonna do it all over again on Monday. So the rides I'm a little nervous about. I'm gonna have to start. It's basically like a Japanese class, like a half-hour class there and a half hour on the way back, and I gotta come up with some stuff to talk about, or we're just gonna be sitting in awkward silence, which is gonna be, strange for me. I don't know. Maybe they prefer that. I can't tell if they would prefer to sit in silence or have a terrible conversation in Japanese with me. There's 4 teachers, other teachers. One of them's my boss. She's like the ball buster. She's the big head honcho. She kind of scares me. And then there's the lady that picks me up. She's nice. And then the other lady that picks me up. She's nice. And then there's this one other lady who I can kind of tell is having the same kind of situation as me. She gets there and she's like, okay, here we go. Let's get it going. I get it popping today. And I would like to be her friend, but I think she thinks that I'm a total goober. Because I run around all day with these kids and they climb on me and I go blah, 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 and I'm drawing shit and she's trying to like watch them and I'm chasing them around the room, getting them all riled up. So I think we might be friends. I might have one friend after she figures out that I'm not a goober and I figure out how to speak her language properly. So we'll meet in the middle somewhere, hopefully. I haven't even really like introduced myself to her yet, but yeah, other than that, yeah, no friends. Really nobody to be friends with, and I can tell I'm already getting a little lonely. Yesterday my bicycle got a flat tire and I went to the bike shop to get it fixed up, and I ended up just kind of like talking this bike shop guy's ear off because I hadn't had anyone, like any adults to talk to in so long. So that's something. It's something, it's gonna have to give. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do something fun. There's no bar or like there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do here. It's beautiful, you can go hiking, fishing, but I think the river's frozen. Ice fishing, maybe. I don't know. Something. Anyway, the reason I'm kind of just babbling on is because my break is so long that I could stand here and talk for an hour, no problem, and still have an hour to, I don't know, sit around. So I'm going to have to figure out something to do. I'm thinking about trying to learn how to count cards, or maybe like knit myself some mittens or something. It's so cold, my hands are just like ice. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna make a video next week of the kids. I didn't want to just like go in there on the first day all bold with my camera and be like, hey, look at my camera so I can take a video of you and show all my friends and family in America. So I'm gonna ease into that one. But we'll do that next week. You guys can see how cute these kids are. They are just adorable. And they love me. They think I'm hilarious in all my foreign glory. So that's that. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for now. I'm gonna let you guys go. That's a golf course down there, if you can see it from this angle here. There's 3 guys down there playing golf. I've been over here smoking and hanging out every day. That's the first time I've ever seen anyone actually down there playing. It's huge. It's like the whole mountainside, and it goes all the way around, wraps around there. That building up there, that big white thing, is some sort of like government research facility. I keep asking people what it is, but no one will tell me. I don't know if they don't know or if they don't want me to know, like I'm some sort of, preschool teaching American spy undercover. But I'm going to figure it out, and I'll let you guys know once I figure it out. Still a lot to figure out. I still haven't figured out how to take my trash out. Still haven't figured out how to use the internet. I still haven't figured out how to use my washing machine. Still washing my clothes in the bathtub and hanging them up over my my heater, and I run it all night because it's so cold. I have to run the heater all night, and I wake up and my mouth and my face and everything is just so dry. Yeah, I'm gonna get some lotion or something. I'm like a sheet of paper over here. But that's it. That's all for now. So I'll make another video later, and hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see everybody in 3 months. 3 months when I have a vacation. It's the first week, and I've already exhausted pretty much all my Japanese and all of everything to do in town. So just 11 more weeks to go, and I'll have a vacation before I come back and do it all over again for another 3 months. So peace, love everybody. I hope you're having fun back in America, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.